He has called an emergency meeting of the Council of Sixum. Everyone is coming to take a seat. He's giving her a hug because Grims need love too. Monica is like, okay, it doesn't look like anything too crazy here. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. You're watching Just a Mom That Sims. I'm KT, and I'm here today for another adventure. This is a Sims 4 story, so if you like to have fun and you like a good story, please consider liking, subscribing, following, commenting. Just do all the things. This is a Sims 4 whims-based series. We are starting the episode off with Andromeda, and yes, you can see Twinkle frolicking in the background. This is the series finale, so get ready, buckle up, tune in. We are starting with Andromeda. We've got a few goals for the episode. Number one is, because it's the season finale, Andrias needs to find some way to make peace with his homeworld. No, they are not at war or anything. However, the girls can't safely go without him worrying about them being detained there. You know, Andromeda snuck off not long ago. And so I want it to be a place where she can absolutely go and hang out and seek refuge and be with other people who are just like her when she wants to be. So Andreas is going to try to make peace with them, or at least a way for them to safely go and him to not have to worry about them. That is goal number one. Number two, our girl Astral, who is just now waking up. Here's our girl. She has been asking about her science donor father, Grim. That's right, the Grim Reaper. Monica or Andreas, either one, is going to take her, and it would make sense for it to be Andreas because he is her other biological father. However, Monica has always been her mother. There's never been any type of difference between them, and so I think that maybe she should be the one that takes her. But either way, we're going to go and visit Grim. He is actually like our next door neighbor, although there are big plots of land in Glimmerbrook because neighbors can be far apart, but he's still our neighbor. The last goal of the episode is that Monica's going to get a part-time job. She's an elder. She went through this thing after she got fired. She had a lot of grief, and also she felt as though she was at the end of life, but she's realizing that she's got so much time in her. She feels like she does. Because of that, she is thinking of getting a part-time job. Let me have Andreas go ahead and harvest his apples. So those are our three goals. Andreas making peace with the home world, Monica getting a part-time job, Astral meeting Grim. Now there's a fourth goal that's unofficial, but I don't know if we can make it happen. Andromeda has been wanting, to get a little boyfriend, but we've not successfully been able to meet anyone. But what we will do is see if this lot trait, the teen hangout, will work, to see if some teens show up, because every teenager that Andromeda knows she's related to. And as a matter of fact, I can see her sister out here, Luz. So let's see if we can go catch her and just get us a little bonding moment. Oh, she's actually coming on in. Then Astral is going to work on her thanatology skill because she is on the ghost historian track. Andromeda had to go to scouts because she is at the top of that. And Monica and Luz and Andreas are all just kind of sitting here chit-chatting. It is time, I think, where we need to be getting ready to go on to see her dad Grim. We got to make some moves happen. Monica is actually ready. She loves her girl Luz. Luz is so cute to me. We are going to go to Astral's bio father's Grim house. We'll be right back. We are outside of Grim's house, and Monica is just going to cheer her daughter up and give her a couple pointers like we're here. And she's like, I think this will be pretty easy, is what she's telling her mom. This is crazy, y'all. They are offering Monica a job in the astronaut career as a low orbit specialist. The nerve. So what has happened is they have terminated her, and now they realize they're shorthanded, and they want to hire her back at rank 5 when we were at a rank 9, I believe. Absolutely not. Monica's gonna get a part-time job, but she would not dare. That's just terrible. But anyway, she is like, it's gonna be okay, and Astral is getting a little nervous. Of course, it's a Wednesday series, and she wants to teach her daughter a lesson on family. Monica is trying to think of the best way to say, you know that your family is us, and we love you, and I chose you. And that's something that Monica has always let little Astral know. Astral knows that. I'm sure she could do with the hug. Monica's just telling her, you're just the sweetest little thing. And Astral is sweet. She doesn't cause any trouble. She is such a good kid. So let's go ahead and knock on the door. And I actually think because it's Grim, we would probably eavesdrop first. Monica is gonna do what she needs to do, but she's gonna go and kind of eavesdrop, and she's just like, Andromeda, stay right there. Oh, we gotta lose too. So I think while she's waiting, while Monica's fine, Andromeda is gonna pull her tooth out, even though she's kind of hit herself in the eye with the toy. But while while she's standing here, she's like, ooh, I can get this too. So she did lose it, and Monica is just kind of snooping around because she's like, I don't know. She's just kind of going through his mailbox. Monica is like, okay, it doesn't look like anything too crazy here. And she's not so much snooping as, I mean, she's definitely snooping, but it's more of, I want my baby to be safe. What does Grim have going on? Other than collecting souls, does he have anything strange going on? She did find a secret called being Grim. Soul reaping is not for the faint of heart. When you've been around as long as I have, you've witnessed a series of faithful events, but even as death, I have lived a full life. I have loved, I have lost. There are times where I have pity and obliged, and times where I have been downright medieval. I even owned a cowboy hat once, although I'm not sure where I put it. Unfortunate for you, death's secret is not one I can share. Mere mortals learn of such things before their time would be a grave mistake. Mere mortals learning of such things before their time would be a grave mistake. One that would hunt you to the end of days. But I will leave you with this. Rest up before you rest in peace. The afterlife can be quite lively. That's good. No, but it does give us some insight into Grim, what Monica has found out. And that insight is just that he has loved and lost. Monica is here with Grim, and I do think she is going to say, hey, we've appreciated when you sent some funds for Astral, but she wants to meet you. And Grim is like, oh, okay, I didn't think she would. Marcus Flex forever trying to go to a club, y'all. He just called us. Monica is going to say, here's some words of wisdom. Next time, just reach out because she knows about you. Astral's just kind of standing here staring like, oh my gosh, she doesn't know what to talk about, and her mom has told her just talk about anything. She's like, you know, I've got toys, but do you play with tarot cards? Which she doesn't, but she's trying to think of things that Grim might like. And so what she's gonna do is ask him about the afterlife, and she doesn't want to come straight out with, hey, I heard you're my dad, my other dad, because Grim and Andrias had become good friends. In that friendship, Andrias asked Grim to have a science baby with him, and he agreed. There was never anything romantic going on. Andrias has been faithful to Monica, although Andrias is in the midlife crisis, guys, and I do need to show you the things he wants to do. He wants a new BFF, which is fine, but he wants to casual woohoo 3 times, meaning someone who's not Monica, get divorced and get married. It's a Wednesday series, and normally we would be following these things, but because it's the last episode, I don't know that we will, but maybe we could try to find him a best friend. And I'm just sitting here, she doesn't really have a relationship with Grim, but he is wanting to give her a hug. He's giving her a hug because Grims need love too. They are enjoying this hug, and Astral is wanting to talk to him about an imaginary friend that she's made, but in the world of the axolotls, we don't know if it's an imaginary friend or not. It could be very real. Maybe there's a little guilt trip to be had, so she knows that Grim is her other dad and he hasn't been around, so she's like, hey, could I get some new toys? I've always wanted a dollhouse, but my dad said no. And Grim is like, yeah, sure, I think I can get you something. Where's Monica? She's not gonna leave her girl here. Baby, she will go hop in Grim's bed and go to sleep. So this is where Monica is, y'all. Crazy work, right? She's been asking him about death. She's been asking him about the afterlife. She's telling him that she loves candy. All kind of, that's a hint, like, you could give me candy. She's gonna brag about her grades. Now, her sister always struggled in school. She never got above a C student until she got to high school, in which she's a B student now. But she excelled in the Scouts. She was more of an active person, which is why she tried to rebel last episode and drop out. But that's another story, or the same story different day. However, Astral is great at school. She's a confident kid. She has actually built a friendship at this point with Grim. She's like, Grim, are you dead or alive? Grim is like, a little of both. I've been both. I'm more alive now than not. And Astral's like, oh my gosh, you know, my dad's gonna take me to space. I've been in the spaceship before, and it looked like a trash can on the outside, but it really worked. And Grim is like, oh. They're gonna go home at this point because I think that Astral has gotten what she can get from Grim at this point. And she's asking him to promise to visit her car, and he's telling her that he will do better and he will make that effort. Now that he knows she wants to be around him soon. So let's get ready to go home, and we'll be back. The family is home, and our girl Astral is just telling Twinkle about what happened today, and Twinkle's social is low, so Twinkle could use this. Let me get Andrias out here to remove this. We'll hand feed Twinkle pomegranate. She likes pomegranates, honey. That's like her favorite thing. Let's get Astral over here to eat. It is Sunday. Monday. I think we should have Astral cooked. I like to try to have our teens cook so that they can get their cooking skill up a little bit. She wants to practice until perfect. I mean, I think that's good. We're gonna work on some skills. And now it is the middle of the night, so if we could get Andrias together, he can meet with the council, the alien council for Sixum. We need to get him together first because of the time difference. They're not like a day ahead, like 9 months ahead in time actually. But when you get there, you just kind of have to see what's going on. Andrias has used the wormhole because Andrias and Monica spent a lot of their early time upgrading that rocket ship. Our girl is coming to eat. Andrias needs to eat before he goes. And he's trying to tell Andromeda that if everything goes well with the meeting, then surely she'll be able to hang out at Sixum. Because he does need to make things right. When he left in a hurry. Andromeda's meal came out great. Let me get my girl to clean up here, and then she can put this in the fridge. Andrias is like, yeah, I'm gonna go meet, and she's like, you're gonna take the rocket ship? He's like, yeah. I'm gonna talk to them about the different things I've learned that can help our people. That sounds good because Andrias learned about love here. He learned about hugs and physical affection. Also, he learned about working out. I mean, his people go to work, but work out, no. Andromeda's gonna come upstairs. Our girl needs to get some sleep. We're gonna get everybody settled in. Let's travel through the wormhole. We'll be back. Andrias is here. He has called an emergency meeting of the Council of Sixum, so everyone is coming to take a seat. And there's just blue seats for everyone. Andrias has been making trips back and forth to the home world so that he can get to know the council before he talks to them. But the only person he had not met is Matthew, and they are getting along swimmingly. So I think that this will probably be the easiest person, and maybe for his midlife crisis, this could be his new best friend. So they're kind of getting up because Andrias is telling them that he bought this grumpy specter as an offering to them. His mom, Altair, and his father, they don't refer to each other in those terms. Orion here, they definitely have seen specters at his house before. They think it's very strange. This is Adriana Fine, and I think that's funny because Adriana is fine, honey. I love this dress on her. But yeah, Andrias has bought this as a symbol of respect, and it's something that he knows they haven't seen before. I mean, it's very nice and very interesting. He is here for a reason, though. His dad is the ruler here, and you can see their relationship hasn't been great. But the head of the council is actually Adriana. Adriana had been a little flirty with Andrias, so he's been keeping his distance because that is something that he's been interested in doing. You know, he's kind of been thinking about stepping out just to have some wild fun. He doesn't want to be like an eternal chief, but he's been deciding not to tempt fate, so he's been keeping his distance. But he really needs to talk more to Adriana because she is the person who makes the decisions. Let's jump on into it because Andrias has given them this grumpy specter. He's wanting to talk to them about his daughters. Let's zoom out so you can see their setup. It's just a place where they meet with the overhang, and even though it doesn't rain here. And then we've got the table and chairs and now grumpy specter and some lights. Andrias talked about his daughters. My daughters are everything to me. I love my wife. I want her to be able to come too. His mom, they've gotten their relationship up to as close as it can be now. But she still is saying, like, I don't know how your wife would be able to come here. And Andrias is like, oh my gosh, this is tiring. Andrias decided to use a magic spell that he learned in Glimmerbrook to change his clothes really quickly so he would be in traditional garb. Even though Adriana isn't, so I don't think she cares so much. But Andrias is like, what would it take for me to be able to have my family here? Because Matthew, though they're bonding the fastest, he is like, I don't know about having babies here. He's like, they're not babies, they're older. Andrias is getting up and he's getting his mom in order first because they're so close now, but she still would not support him sometimes. His mama got that thing, honey. He's saying like, look, I need them to be safe. I don't want anybody taking my babies. I just want them to enjoy their homework, get to know you all and your children. That's a fair ask. He's like, look, I can give you the skills that I learned. And Andreas is going to do that. He's listening to them talk, but he's like, look, I'm perfect in fitness and cooking and rocket science, and I can pass these useful tips down to you. He actually passed his quick learner trait down to Gage. Gage actually is so grateful that he agreed to do this thing that Andreas talked about called the hug. And he actually likes hugs. And he's like, yeah, it was kind of weird but different. Andreas is also trying to inch his way over closer because he knows that Adriana likes him. And he's willing to use that to get his daughters and even Monica safe passage here. That's kind of where it is right now. So Adriana's like, well, can I try a hug thing? He's like, sure, like we could try a hug thing. He did that. I heard you became friends with Matthew Kramer. He's pretty cool. Now, this is another alien that lives off planet. Because since Andreas left, they've been trying to do that. So he does want to give her a friendly gift. He's going to give her an apple. That is something that they don't have on their planet. She's like, what? I don't know what that is. And she got mad. So he's like, look, I'm sorry. I didn't know what to give you. He's like, hey, on the planet, they have these other mating rituals. And he's going to show her. And she's like, yeah, sure. I'd like to see it. He kind of explained to her how to do a dance. She's actually kind of getting it. And he's like, yeah, this is what we do. And then the man rolls his hips like this. And then you got to come back up. And then the woman has to roll her body. And she's like, oh, like this? And he's like, oh my gosh, you're really good at this. And he's like, yeah, then you got to
settle. That's what we do.
He's doing like all the moves. He's building these strong relationships. And hopefully this doesn't affect their... Oh, it did get him a romance bar. Oh my gosh, that's not what we were trying to do. He showed her. Now he wants to give everybody else here gifts. And he keeps fussing at his mom because his mom, she has been speaking against him. He wants to buy fruits and vegetables and harvestables. So he's like, hey, here's this thing. It's called the potato. And you can eat it. And he's like, what? Oh, I actually kind of like this. Now, out of respect, he's going to give one to his dad. Well, he's going to give his dad a grape. His dad really liked that. And now he really needs to give this sim one. And he's going to give him a pomegranate, which is pretty expensive. And he likes it. He gave him that. And I really like the gifts except for Adriana. But in the end, he needs to come and talk to Adriana. He's going to run to this restroom here where they put the hand washing instructions right on the outside. I don't blame them. Andreas is like, look, what is it going to take for my girls to be safe here and for my wife to come when she wants, because that's a lifelong dream of hers. And she's like, look, if you can just show me some of the mating rituals so I can get me an earth guy maybe. He's like, well, you want an earth guy? Because I thought that's what y'all didn't want us to have. And he's like, yeah, we can absolutely do that. He's going to agree to teach her things that he knows. And he is going to salute her bye because he wants her to accept the family. He's like, thank you so much. Like, I really appreciate what you've done here today. I'll teach you what I know. He's like, I don't want to mess up my marriage, so I need to tell my wife what's happening, but I want her to be able to come here. He's like, yeah, she can come. Her whole family can come. Andreas is going to leave at this point, and we'll be back. Andreas feels guilty about his infidelity and wants to confess first. What have I done from loyalty and cheating on partner? Oh my gosh. The first thing Andreas is going to do is going to come up and he's going to express his devotion to Monica, but he's going to say, hey, we need to talk because I did make peace on my home planet and I need to tell you what happened. And she's like, okay. But he does need to get some rest first. And he's contemplating life. And it's crazy that he feels guilty about kissing a lady's hands and doing a seductive dance because, hey, school teaches important things, girl. Quit trying to drop out. Andromeda's still on this rebellion kick. He's going to get some sleep and he is going to talk to Monica. And that is from him having a loyal trait. So that is in game. Let's get our girl. She needs to come and get on this thanatology skill. So we're going to read theories on the unknown horse. The Bloom's Bluffs mystery house. Yeah, she likes to dance. Astral's always dancing. The house of the fallen trees. The mysterious death of Robert Crumplebottom. Which is interesting because I thought that was him over in Chestnut Ridge, right? Or is that something else? Honey, Monica is running. Okay, we can evolve that plant anyway. Do we have a gardener? Monica's gonna hire a gardening service. What she's gonna do is go ahead and find that part-time job. Monica can retire. Does she have a job? No. Oh, Olga is here and she is sad. She's like, you gotta put on a shirt to come in here. Our girl did reach some thanatology skills, so while we're sitting here, let's talk about that. Andromeda can purchase a voodoo doll, so we learned now that voodoo dolls not only come from mischief anymore, you can get it from thanatology. Let me have Monica get rid of this dang Annabelle. Keep creeping closer to death's door. You don't know what skeletons exist in the closet. Andromeda can now speak the language of the dead. These can unlock further voodoo doll abilities. The realms are revealing themselves. Yeah, bye girl. Monica is sure her as retiring, but I don't know what she retired from because as far as I know she didn't have a job. So let's go back over here. Let's find a job. And again, this is going to be part-time for her. Because she was so good in space, I think she could be a diver from 5 to 8, and that's Monday through Friday. So that's 5 days a week at $45 an hour. She's got high fitness skill, and being underwater is how Monica practiced to be up in space with zero gravity and get things done. Now, she needs to purchase a diving knife. So let's go ahead with Monica and let's go do that. It's just 7 o'clock, so I think we could take Andromeda with us. We'll be right back. The ladies are here in Sulani. I'm gonna have our girl swim around. She could get this actually. That's a country shell, so she could actually get that and some mermaids. She needs to purchase some things for work. Yeah, she needs a red and orange buoy. That is not the right one, but why not? Let's go snorkel while we're out here. Our girl is over here swimming. Look at them slow dancing in the water. She's gonna come grill too. She'll do some veggie burgers, so let's do this. Oh, look how they eat. Dang, boy, eat like that. Let's see. We are here just to get that knife. I also want her to blow that while we're out here. Okay, let's get the diving knife. We're gonna get everything. A rebreather. Now we could do everything. We could take underwater photos. We could scuba dive for seashells, scuba dive for treasures, spearfish, veggie burgers. They came out excellent. Let's try to blow our shell. So she's gonna blow the shell, and then you will see some mermaids probably appear. So I want her to come over here too. And I think just with the diving knife only for her, she could easily free dive for seashells and stuff. Our girl got a scallop shell, and she's having a good time. Monica can stay under a lot longer. And she found the heart of Sulani. Like, they are racking up here. And Monica is at risk from losing her indoorsy lifestyle. Oh gosh, I think our girl better get out of here. Oh my gosh. Y'all, look at Sulani. This is crazy work. I can't even see how to get back. I didn't know this sculpture was here in this swing set. This was the Twist household. This was Jasmine Twist. I wonder who stays here now. Probably just the twins. Our bills got delivered and we got paid again. We always get paid when we get the bills. So I think what we would do is come here. Let's knock on the door. This is season 2 of the Whim series, the Twist household from Twist of Fate. So our girl is knocking on the door and she can actually come in and go to the restroom now. Oh, these hot dogs, they're just sitting out in the rain. We can eat that. Monica's eating, and what we're gonna do is introduce ourselves. So it looks like just the twins live here because Desmond and Michelle have passed. So it's very nice of them to grant sanctuary from the storm because it had turned into a pretty bad storm. They told Monica to go ahead and get some food, and Andromeda is introducing herself. A fire has broken out. It might be time for us to get away from here. Andromeda, put it out. Somebody put the fire out. Monica, girl, you were an astronaut. You surely. Okay. They put it out together. Yeah, I don't know. The twins will have to get another counter set. We're just gonna make sure we do a proper introduction. I think it's funny to see the twins, Desmond Michelle's twins. Oh, she's gotta go to school. It's Monday. Let's just have Monica serve the waffles out for them. And then we'll call to meal so that they can eat the waffles. So now everybody's eating. So Monica's just sitting here and she enjoys meeting new people. And she's thinking like, I could do more of this. I can work part-time. I could do these things. Who is this? Long Twist. I think this is the child that Michelle and Desmond had late life. Her mom and dad were Desmond and Michelle. And I'm gonna tell y'all this, she's not adopted because look at her face. So this is another baby they had as an elder. And she's got Michelle's eyes 100%. Let's send Monica home. She is ripped, y'all. She is so ripped. We'll be back. We're back and Andrias is here. Monica has everything she needs now to go to work tonight. When Monica gets back from work, how our episode will wrap up is with them going as a family to Sixum for the first time ever. Look at Andrias's younger self, y'all. Oh my God. gosh. Also, he's got some pictures in his inventory. This is like in the hall, so I think that's a good place to put the pictures. Let's see if we could get a competition going. Let's try to do the master endurance racing. We don't have the horse riding level, but why not? No medal. I didn't think so. Andreas does want to talk to Monica because he's got to tell her before they go. I've loved you since we went on our first beach date. And it is true. He's going to say, I love you so much, but when I went to Sixum, I had to get good with Adriana and I kind of cheated. It could be strange, but it's not right now. And Monica is so upset. And Andreas is like, I'm so sorry, but I only love you. It didn't go farther than that. And Monica's like, well, what happened? I, whispered and I kissed her hand. We did do a seductive dance. He's going to attempt to rebuild trust, but immediately Monica's like, you know what? We should woohoo. And I think this is just how she's reaffirming them. Okay. Now, Monica is late for work, so she is going to run out to work real quick, and Andreas is going to get a couple things done. But as soon as she gets back from work, she's going to finish this conversation with him. So Andreas is just going to say, look, I'm so sorry. I won't do anything like that again. And Monica is being accepting because at the end of the day, he didn't have to tell her, but that's not enough. That's not why. It is also, he was honest and he said that no woohoo happened, so that made a big difference as well. It made a huge difference, and then he was ready for woohoo with her. I mean, it's just a lot of things at the end. Andreas has always had some weird things. There's been miscommunications between them because he is an alien. He doesn't do some things that he should. She knows that he knows what cheating is and that he shouldn't do that. I was wrong, but I did this so we could all travel together, be together, and be safe. Monica has been abducted a few times. He wants her to not be abducted, and even if she is, to be safe when she is abducted, where he's not worried if she will come back intact. I think they're initiating woohoo in the hot tub. Goodness gracious. Side note, y'all, I want to show y'all the difference in how Godry looks as a ghost in the new system. Look at all the color on him. His skin, everything is crazy. Monica is dancing, and what is happening is the alien council are all here. And oh my gosh, and the bright lights, their alien skin tones are just crazy. That's Adriana fine. Monica is immediately talking to her because do a friendly introduction, but then she's gonna want her to know, like, that's my man. The girls are gonna come and hug the grandparents. Everybody is here. You can see Andreas is making some bread because Monica is gonna be getting some soup. Andromeda is over here introducing herself to everyone. Also, you can see that little Astral is coming down to introduce herself. So everyone is getting along great, and I think that's good because I didn't know how it would go. But at the end of the day, they are something like extended family. Yes, Astral and Altair have a supportive dynamic, and they were hanging out quite a bit together at the pilot birthday party, so I think they bonded. And then I think Andreas could just clean this filthy counter off. We've got the gathering of the aliens. Andreas has feeling great, and the biggest thing is from trust rebuild. Finally, mistakes from the past have been forgiven. Andreas better not screw up again. I don't think he would. I really don't. And he is hysterical though, so we should have him calm down, I think. It's kind of like a very festive party type atmosphere. And you've got the council. They're really enjoying the food. We've got soup and bread, so you can just grab your soup and get you some bread to dip it in. Let's just get everybody over here eating. Everybody has gone and they are here, the original family. They are just eating and enjoying their time together. Twinkle is not the happiest girl. The family is together and all is good right now. All is good in their world. I do think that this is where we're going to leave our episode. We've repaired our relations. We have made a way for everyone to have a role on the home world. Andreas had to do a few questionable things to make everything work out, but he and Monica, they absolutely repaired their relationship. So who would have thought that an alien who got on a reality dating show and then met this woman who turned out to be the woman of his dreams would be able to build a family like this? It is a beautiful story, and I hope you enjoy the I Come in Peace whims-based story. I hope that you join me for our next season. We will be on a pause, but the whims-based series always comes back and we'll have a brand new story. So I hope you enjoyed this story, and until next time, remember remember, keep swimming, be happy, and always have a blessed day. Bye bye.